Hi, my name is Jocelyn, and I just came on here to talk about my EP a little bit. I wanted to talk about it, so we just gonna hop right into it. I recently just dropped my EP. A lot of y'all might be new to my channel because I have been more active on it lately. I do want to grow a deep connection with my followers because I have never really been a YouTuber, but I felt called to this platform. I don't know why, I have, and lately I have been going live, and I do want to say this, thank you for the 1K, okay? We got to 1K. And I'm beyond grateful, glory be to God, for making me consistent, because sometimes I struggle with being consistent as a neurodivergent because my mind be splatting all over the place, but I was able to complete the EP. I was also able to get 1K, and so I don't know, I feel very accomplished right now. So I'm very grateful, but I did want to come on here and talk about the EP a little bit. I don't know if people do this, but hey, it's my channel, my rules. So with this EP that I made, I have dropped an EP prior. I did like an EP, but I feel like it was kind of just like my songs put in one box that I've already released. This EP, none of these songs were released. They were just straight like project after project getting done. And it means so much to me. Honestly, this EP means so much to me because it's basically why I started doing music. And so I want to talk about that a little bit. Okay, I started doing music because I fell in love. God came in my life, and so with God coming in my life, God had me discover myself. With that being said, as I was discovering myself, God showed me someone while discovering myself, and I believe that this person was a mirror to me of how I should nurture myself. The way that I fell in love with this person, I felt like the way I fell in love with this person, it was like they were mirroring to me that love that I needed to give back to myself. So this connection was very spiritual, and I've never had a spiritual connection like this before. So it was very new, but I've always wanted this. And this is why I always tell people to go to God for your answers, but like for real, go to your God for your answers, like anything. So like with that being said, on this journey, I didn't really know much about myself when I first started healing. But even before I was healing, I didn't know anything. I had a lot of false identities tied to my name because of like just trauma. As I started healing, it was like God was like, I'm pulling away the trauma and I'm finna show you who you are. And so with that being said, you know, I started learning about what I loved. And when I fell in love with this person, we haven't been in contact. So I didn't know how to express my love. But again, healing. So I didn't know how to express my love, period. So imagine falling in love with someone, not even knowing what this feeling is because you never felt it in your entire life. And then on top of that, you're feeling something you can't express. So it's like, how do I express this? And the first thing that came to mind was to write. Because I can't call them and say, hey, I just love you. I just want to be with you forever and ever. So I was like, okay, the only thing that I can think of is to write. Well, this is the crazy part. I was insecure about a lot of things. Writing was one. I didn't know I could write. I had no clue. And this is why walking with God, you discover who you truly are. My throat's getting I kept discovering myself. As I was discovering myself, the feeling and thoughts of this person kept like rumbling through my mind like so much. So I started writing. When I started writing, I created my first poem. This happened out of nowhere. I exactly remember what happened. I was at the daycare. I was working at a daycare at the time. The thoughts kept fluttering about this person. I remember saying, like, I put the kids down to sleep. So I'm just sitting there like doing nothing. And literally words just kept playing in my head. And I remember the first words that came for the poetry was, I love you, but I don't know why. Mind you, I've never been in love before. Like, Limerence, I talk about that in my poetry and I talk about that in my music. I've been in limerence where I thought I was, but I had this fantasy of what this person was. But love, L-O-V-E-E-E-E, is a whole nother subject. This is my first time encountering real love. And now I realize, like, real love will make you heal. Real love will heal you. Real love will make you want to grow. If you're not encountering real love, you're going to stay stagnant. You're going to stay the same. You're comfortable in your ego. Real love will make you push out of that comfort zone and make you want to grow. So that's something I've learned about love from my experience. Everybody's journey is different. But anyways, so I started writing. I wrote for 4 years. I made around, like, I remember one year I made 200 poetries and I was like, okay, maybe I really like this and maybe this is a thing that I like. So I kept writing. I kept showing people my writing. They kept saying, like, oh, this is dope, this is great. So it built my confidence up. But then on top of that, people were like, these are long poetries, why don't you just make a song? And I was like, okay. So 2024, or was it 2025? I think it was this year, yeah. I wrote my first song, Unmatched. It was more like a poetic, rappy sort of thing. And I was a little nervous, even though, like, I knew God was trying to push me, because when I started making music, I just want to see what I can do. You know what I'm saying? So I started playing around with beats and stuff, and I started creating my own beats and stuff. And I realized I had a really different flow. Unmatched is very different, but Unmatched is my truth. I think that one thing that I don't like about the industry and music industry is, like, a lot of people are giving false information, coming from an ego perspective, or it's like sex, money, drugs, and it's like, no, there's so much more in life than that. And I think that was always something that made me upset, because it was like, why are we talking about the same topics? So I was like, that was one thing I always wanted to change. And then I didn't know I was actually gonna have the opportunity to do so. But yeah, I have the opportunity to do so. And but anyways, what are we talking about? My music journey. So I made Unmatched and I liked it because it was my truth. I was kind of like triggered in the moment, long story short, and I was like, you know what, I want to just talk about my truth. So I made Unmatched because, like, as a neurodivergent, your mind is a bit different, but my energy is very different. So Unmatched is about my energy and accepting my energy and being confident in my own identity and energy, because, you know, a lot of people kind of box me out. I've been like the popular loner, but I learned to accept who I am. And so, like, I'm not trying to ramble too much about this topic, but yeah, I just was like, my energy is unmatched. Nobody has my energy, so I'm gonna just keep my energy sacred. And then I learned from there, as I developed my, you know, process with my music, I just realized to just speak my truth. Like, that's it. Like, speak my truth, speak who Charleston is. And that is when God showed me, because God is tied to this part of my soul. You know, I feel like God would show me, okay, this is part of your soul. I would say purpose too, but I feel like there's a lot of different things with purpose. But it was like, this is who I am. This is a part of my essence. And this is how, like, God put a person in my life to bring me back to myself. So, like, you know, I always think that's super deep, but that's how it happened. And then, so when it came to this EP, it was about, this EP meant a lot to me because it was the initiative of me tapping into my soul. I don't want to get emotional. I don't know why I'm getting emotional. I think I haven't really processed all my emotions about this EP, but I'm just so grateful. Why am I going to cry, y'all? I'm very emotional. I'm very sensitive, I'll be honest. But another thing that I'm, like, really grateful about. First, all glory to be God, but, like, I'm grateful that I keep going with music. Like, music really, y'all, it really saved me. It's like God gave me, like, something that could continue for me to want to live. And I'm just very grateful. Like, I wake up with joy. I'm not trying to cry. So this EP, I did put my heart into it. I'm still finding my voice, and I feel like in this EP you can see that, but, like, I can see where I'm going with it. But it's like, you know how, like, it was like initially God showed me a person, which led to me discovering myself. That's it. That's, to me, that's the beauty of this journey. but this EP is a little bit more about the person and my feelings towards them. But like still, it's still my soul. It's still part of my soul. And I just wanted to come on here and say, like, I hope you guys go listen to it. It's called Because of Your Love. It took a minute to get out. There's 9 songs, but I put my poetry in there and then some other stuff. But yeah, this was really my heart. And I just wanted to express that. But another thing I also want to tell people is, like, do what you love, but also do the things that are sacred. Like, this project is very sacred to my heart. And just do what you love, and do it because you love it. You know what I'm saying? Something people say is like, make music for other people. Like, yes, but people who are gonna rock with you are gonna like I never thought of, like, who can I have like a match? We might have to start, like, I'm not a genre person. None of my music sound the same, and none of my music really can be in a box. That's the thing about me. It's like, it's I'm out there, and I like that because it opens doors and paves the way for people to get out of their comfort zone. Like, make your own genre, do your own thing. And I think with music, I just allow myself to express whatever I feel, whenever I feel it, and I'm happy with that. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here and give a little feedback behind my EP. And go listen to it, and go listen to my heart, because that's what you're doing technically, is just listening to my heart and honestly what's in my mind, because like everything is truthful. I don't want to ever come on here and not speak my truth. So when you listen to my EP, you're listening to my truth, you're listening to my heart. So I'm really excited. I love you guys so much. Thank you. I know that this video was a bit long, but hey, at least I was being honest. But if you enjoy this video, please, we're on the road to 10K. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Bye. I love you guys.